welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back as well. Please guys, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe. Click the subscribe button down below and then subscribe to my channel. You might also want to turn on post notifications so that you don't miss any post from me. I know that you've not seen this face for a while. I'm so sorry for that. I've been overwhelmed with work and then preparing for professional certifications, which I am done with for now. So I am here for you guys. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at Suitecrm 8. As we all know, Suitecrm has put out version 8 for us to users to test and then get back to them on some of the things that we've noticed, some of the improvements we want them to put in place, and then some things that we also want them to add for us. We'll be taking a look at it together and then spot some of these issues or maybe some of the things that we want them to add for us. Without wasting much of our time, let's get right into this video.
Let's go right ahead to log in. So you can see the difference already with the loading icon. This takes quite some time. I want to blame it on the internet, but at this point, I really don't know. It's quite slow. Once you log in to Suitecrm 8, the first thing you notice is the navigation here. We used to have a navigation icon here, but it's no longer available in Suitecrm 8. Now we have full screen. The dashboard is now in full screen. Let me just open up the Suitecrm 7 so that we can see what I mean. So you can see this where we have the recently viewed items that you can collapse and increase. So we see that we no longer have that in Suitecrm 8. This is one of the things that you notice, the UI changes. Then you can also see that in Suitecrm 8, the modules are listed individually, unlike Suitecrm 7, where we have sales, marketing, support, activities, collaboration, and all. The issue with this is when you create users and give them access to just account, contact, and opportunity, and they log into the CRM, what they see is only this all button. They don't see the modules listed here. And some of them will start complaining that, oh, they don't have contact, they don't have opportunity in their CRM, they can't see some of the things. So in order to avoid that issue, I think I prefer what we have in Suitecrm 8, where every item is listed, because the issue we used to have with that is even if you want to create 100 users, in order to avoid that complaint, you have to go ahead and untick the module menu filter while creating users. But here it has already been unticked. Let me just go ahead and show us what I mean so it's not confusing to some of us. Let me just open Suitecrm 8 in a different tab and open that also in Suitecrm 7 in a different tab as well. So let's start with Suitecrm 7. Go to the layout. You can see that the module menu filter is ticked here. But if you go to 8, go to version 8, layout, you can see that it's unticked here. So this is how we used to solve this problem before, but I appreciate the fact that they recognize this and they also took care of it in version 8. Another thing we notice here is this button. So you can see that here it's been renamed from create to new, and a favorite button has been added together with our notification. If you go to Suitecrm 7, we have it here as create. Guys, you can see the difference between these two CRMs. You can actually tell the difference. I appreciate the fact that the changes are not so drastic that it becomes difficult for users to be able to find their way around, to navigate on the system. But it's also noticeable that you can see that, yes, there are improvements on the system. So we'll just take it one module after the other. Let's start with accounts. If you go to view accounts, guys, just take a look at the list view. You can see that they added insights here. They added insights. Then we now have our columns and filter at the right hand side. So you can create new accounts directly from here. You don't have to scroll all the way to the navigation bar, select accounts, and then click on create accounts. You don't have to go through all that stress. You can just click on new to create an account, and you can see from the list view, you can log calls, you can set up meetings, you can create tasks, as well as compose email on the list view. That having to open the account, then scroll all the way to the sub panel like we have in version 7 before you can do any of these things. Let me quickly show us what this looks like in version 7. So let me go ahead to account module. You can see the difference. We don't have those things on the list view. So in order for me to be able to create any of those items, I have to open that particular account. When I open the account, and then I scroll all the way to sub panel before I can do any of these things. But in version 8, improvement has been added where we can log calls, create meetings, create tasks, or compose email directly from the list view, and also view some of the reports that we have created. Before I open this particular account, let's see the column. You can see here you select your column that you want to be added on your list view. And in version 7, we have that. Let me go back. In version 7, this is where we have this. Then let's take a look at the filter. You can see a major difference between the filter here and the filter we have in version 7. This is actually more preferable. You can search directly from the same view. It doesn't pop up on a different window and then you search from the different window and then select before it takes you back to the view. Here you can search directly on the view and the result is displayed for you. But one issue I can already see with this is I can't save filter. I can actually not save filter, and that used to be very helpful, where you can create different filters of different search you might want to carry out, so that when you come back to the system, you don't have to search those items repeatedly. You can always just select the filter to view what you want, like we have here. You go to filter, and then you search. You can save filter and actually use that later. But in version 8, we don't have that anymore. Please, they should add this functionality back for us, because it's really helpful. It's really helpful, and it's going to be quite difficult not to have it or not to be able to use it in version 8. Then let's open a record. We've always been talking about 360-degree view of customer, 360-degree view of customer. This is an actual representation of a 360-degree view of a customer. Just by pulling up the customer record, you can see every information associated to that customer. You can see the customer journey just on a single view, and this is quite impressive. You can see if you have reports here, you can view the reports. You have timeline. If there are activities that have been scheduled or has been done with this particular account, every information is displayed. And we can see how the sub panel is actually being displayed here, which is nice. So you can click on this, for example, and then view the list of the box or whatever information that we want to view. For open cases, we can click here as well and see the cases that is associated to this particular account. And this is actually nice, unlike the way we have it in version 7, where I have to click on the account, and then scroll all the way down here. I can't see this information. I don't even know if anything exists here until I click on it to view it. But version 8 has made that very easy for us. You can actually just see how many contacts are associated to this account, how many bugs have they reported, what's the total number of cases they have open, what's the total number of leads that they have. So you can actually just see all these things just at a single glance, which is quite impressive. So we'll be going down to contact module. From view contacts. For the contacts module, we have exactly what we have on the account module, where we can log call, create schedule meetings, create tasks, and compose mail on the list view of the contact. So when we click on that particular contact, we can see the 360-degree view of the contact information. You can see the customer journey just as a single glance. If there are any campaigns that they've participated in, you can see invoices associated to them, the leads, events, documents. So whatever information tied to this particular contact, you can see that. And then one issue I've noticed from this particular module is the inability to create case directly from the sub panel while on call with a customer. So this is going to be quite difficult for organizations that have call centers to be able to use. It's quite a disadvantage where they can create case directly on the contact while on call with that particular customer. If you click on create case, it takes you to a completely different window to start creating the case. In that situation, you won't see information relating to that particular contact. There might be an information you need to see while creating the case. You will not be able to see those informations when you click on create, as it takes you to a completely different module. So it would be nice if they can maintain the exact same view we had in Suitecrm 7. To really be nice if they can maintain that. So if you take a look at Suitecrm 7, while on call with a customer at this point, I can create a case. The system gives me that flexibility to choose if I want to create it here or if I want to go to full form. I will appreciate it if they can maintain what we have on Suitecrm 7 for Suitecrm 8, just to make it easy for the likes of call centers to be able to use this. So you can see the action buttons, the delete, duplicates, edits. You can edit directly from here, which is nice. So the same thing we have for the account module is the same thing we have for contact. And I also found out that it's the same thing we have for opportunity and lead. So it seems like they concentrated more on these 4 modules. So the changes are more on these 4 modules than other modules in the CRM. So this is exactly the same thing that we have for the account and the contact. But when you go to the likes of quotes, calendar, documents, we still have, okay, there's a record here. Let me click on that. So we still have the sub panels the old way. So we still have the sub panels the way they are in Suitecrm 7. So there were no major changes on the old modules. So we don't have a quote here. So I can't show us some examples. Okay, let me use this. Yeah, so we still have them exactly the same way we have it for Suitecrm 7. The only difference is that the plus button is by the left-hand side, so you don't have to go all the way to the right to close this. When I'm already here, I can expand and close from here, unlike this, where you have to scroll all the way to the right to either expand or close. Then another difference that I've noticed from Suitecrm 8 is on the admin portal for row management, select the row. You can see that there's no edits, no duplicates up here. If you scroll all the way down, you see it's at this right-hand side. So I think it's an error. So there's a misalignment here. And when you click on edit, security group here distorted. So you can't actually edit the role, unlike Suitecrm 7, where you can go to admin, role management, testing. So you can see the edit, duplicate, and delete, which is what we have all the way down here. And then this distorts it. So I think this is an issue that needs to be fixed. Then finally, something else I noticed in Suitecrm 8 is the limits that have been imposed on mass updates. So let's go to opportunity view. In Suitecrm 7, I can select as much opportunities that I want and then mass update them. It could be that I have a staff who has resigned from the organization and I want to reassign all their opportunity to a different staff. With Suitecrm 8, I can't do that. I'm being restricted to updating 5 at a time, which is actually not helpful to me. If I have about 10,000 record or 1,000 record, for example, let me know it's so much figure. If I have about 1,000 record and I want to reassign this, if you're limiting me to updating 5 at a time, is actually not helpful to me. So let's click on bulk mass updates. You can see the limit has been imposed, unless this is just for testing purposes. I don't know. But if this is not just for testing purposes, please, guys, help us out here. Don't impose this limit just on our very behalf. Please don't impose this limit. Then when you go to Suitecrm 7, you can see the difference here. Let me click on opportunity. Select. So you see here, you can update irrespective of the number of items you selected. But with Suitecrm 8, limit has been imposed. So guys, these are some of the few things I've noticed just by taking a first look at Suitecrm 8. I will go ahead and check this extensively and then I will share my findings with you guys. So you can also go ahead and check it yourself. There might be things that you can spot that I did not see here.
Yes, guys, so that is version 8 of Suitecrm, and you can see there's a lot of improvement. And like we said earlier, the most noticeable improvements that we can see from there is the UI changes, guys. They really changed the UI for us. Like, I'm really impressed. So just a recap of some of the things we noticed in Suitecrm. One is the UI changes, and then the record view. We can see the insights, we can see the sub panels, we can see how the sub panels has been arranged for contacts, for leads, opportunities, and then accounts. For an open source solution, they did a wonderful job. And then some of the issues that we also noticed, which is filter, where we can no longer save filter. Please, Suitecrm, please kindly add that back for us. It's been saving a lot of us. And then for those who make use of call centers, where you cannot create case directly under the account or the contacts that called, I think that is going to make it a bit difficult for call centers to use, where you have to leave the whole view to go to another view to create a case while still on the call with the customer. It would really be nice if they can leave it the way it was in version 7. Then the limits they've imposed on updating, mass updates. We all know that, for example, I have a staff who has been working in my organization, and then the staff leaves my organization. I want to reassign all their leads or all their opportunity to another contact. Maybe they have 1,000 leads or opportunity that they are handling. I want to reassign it, and then you're not limiting me to assign 5 at a time or to update 5 at a time, which is not really helpful to me. So we also appreciate it if they will not put limits on that. So guys, also go through the CRM. We just took a first look, so you can also go through it yourself and then find some of these issues or some of the improvements that we want them to make, and then you can leave them on the community site. You also see these things so that they can improve on it before the official release date. So guys, I hope this video was helpful. Please do give it a thumbs up. You're giving my videos thumbs up motivates me to keep putting videos out there for you guys, and it lets me know that you guys actually like the kind of content that I'm putting out there. Thank you guys for tuning in to this video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.